How to make relationships work, control emotional triggers. 5-step emotional trigger solution. This video highlights why it's critical to identify and control your emotional triggers to make relationships work, and provides a 5-step emotional trigger solution. So, what is an emotional trigger? Consider the following 10 aspects. 1. The type of person you've developed into, and grown to be, is a combination of both your past experiences and your reactions to them. 2. Everything from the past, good and bad, has created a database of emotional responses in your brain. Can you easily recognize what your emotional triggers are? Please leave a comment in the comments section below this video. If you're serious about watching this and other videos on our channel, please subscribe, and then kindly click the grey bell icon to be notified of future videos being uploaded to the Natural Health Guys channel. 3. This catalogue of emotions is accessed every time you require an emotion, such as happy, sad, angry, guilt, shame, indifference, and more. 4. An emotional trigger can be a person, a situation or an experience, but the emotion rendered to process it is often very intense and exaggerated. 5. We all want our relationships to be fantastic and to work. 6. Life, though, is not always so accommodating, as problems often arise when emotional triggers are set off, and they aren't handled properly and respectfully. 7. The emotional database we store in our minds often evokes an inappropriate response that's usually out of proportion to the situation, and all hell breaks loose. 8. Typically, relationship triggers are the result of an unpleasant past experience. 9. Some common triggers might include being cheated on, or being the victim of physical and/or psychological abuse. There may be feelings of resentment or trust issues brought up in current relationships due to a trigger your partner has inadvertently tripped. High expectations, emotional withdrawal, and putting up boundaries are also examples. 10. So, how can you teach yourself to identify your emotional triggers, especially the negative ones? Firstly, picture the trigger on a gun. When the trigger is pulled, it's only a fraction of a second before the bullet is ejected from the chamber with extreme velocity. And it's powerful enough to do some serious damage to the intended target. That's exactly how people respond to negative emotional triggers. It's not healthy or helpful to either party involved. The following is a 5-step emotional trigger solution that can help keep you from blowing up and spiraling out of control after an emotional trigger has been set off. Step number 1. Stop, breathe, don't react. Yes, easier said than done. No one said this would be easy, but it's a necessary first step. The immediate, irrational reaction is what gets you into trouble. Take a deep breath, count to 10 or to 100, leave the room, go and meditate, go for a walk, scream into a pillow. Just do whatever it takes to keep control of the emotion. One method obviously isn't going to work for you 100% of the time. Find the most effective way to stop yourself from having a bad emotional reaction. Step number 2. Identify the emotion and trigger. Acknowledge that the emotion exists, and identify it. Is it anger, or jealousy, or resentment, or disappointment? Now, think back to the last time this emotion reared its ugly head. It's important to identify the source, so don't try to avoid it, as that's the opposite of dealing with it. As hard as it may be, the real goal here is to face the demon and extinguish its power. To have feelings is completely natural and normal. It's what you do with the emotions that makes all the difference. Step number 3. Consider all angles. Now that you've calmed down a bit, and the trigger has been identified, and you know the past event that caused this eruption of feelings to surface again, it's time to rationally deal with the moment at hand. Instead of jumping to conclusions, stop and really evaluate other possibilities. Whatever the emotion, it's important to release its power by getting to the root cause and destroying it. Negative emotions are like weeds, you don't want them to overrun the garden, so you have to get rid of them. Step number 4. Decide what's needed. Every emotion doesn't require an action. Sometimes the answer is to accept it and move past it. And other times, you need to sit down and have a calm and sensible talk with the other person to put all the cards on the table. Express why this is causing you distress and talk about ways to avoid any recurrence. Talking it out can be intimidating, but it's how you grow personally and together. Get comfortable with the discomfort of communication. Step number 5. Let it go. Beware of harping on about a particular event or occurrence over and over again. Let it go, and move on. If any relationship is supposed to last, you have to learn to let it go once it's been addressed. Summary and conclusion. Relationships are hard work, but so worth it when people work together with respect and support. Releasing emotional triggers can be tricky, but with patience and the right tools or skills, they'll no longer be able to hold a relationship captive. This brings us on to the next video in this series of Secrets of Emotional Health, on how to identify signs that you're emotionally drained and exhausted. In the meantime, we hope you found this video, How to Make Relationships Work, Control Emotional Triggers, helpful and of interest, so please feel free to share with people you think will also find this video worth watching. And don't forget to leave a comment or ask a question in the comments section below this video. To get more videos like this one, become an exclusive subscriber of this channel by clicking on the subscribe button in the bottom right corner of this video. And click the grey bell icon to get notified of when the next video is uploaded. If you'd like more information about the secrets of emotional health, check out the other videos in this series by clicking on the end screen coming up. And finally, many thanks for watching.